Good evening from Yami TV. Wishing you all well, of course, right? So I'm severely ill at the moment, by the way, for the last 3 days. It could be my swan song. It could be the end. But hey, what magnificent news. Not really, not really. But it is a story that we have covered for quite some time on Yami BTV. And it is definite, now, certain, that Ian Watkins has been stabbed to death in HMP Wakefield. Look back a little bit. And this, in the end, the Southport killer, no, Wakefield there's different wings in Wakefield, right? There's no such thing as normal location. You can be a sex offender and go on a wing, but there's different little wings, separate wings there still, right? Where you might, the chance of bumping into major criminals, because there are major criminals there that are not in for sex offences, are not considered the scum of the earth. It's just that they risk other prisons. They have to sign a compact to say that they'll agree to go on a wing. So it's not all complete wrong-uns in Wakefield, right? We reported a year and a bit ago, Watkins got taken hostage, right? In his cell. We suggested, and so it seems that this bit was right again, right? That he had mobile phones access, that there were a couple of geezers from the north of England in Wakefield for mental health issues at that time. Good people, all to say, extorting him for money and whatever. Yeah, like pay your way and we'll give you a little squeeze for now. But in the end, something that no, he had access to money. It's no secret there, right? So they were extorting him, and then when the payment, you got $5,000, you got another 5, and then he goes a bit wonky at the end of it. They served him up a little bit, give him a bit. The prison officers and that, they saved him that day, but they have to. They're in charge there. They got the ambulance out. He got rescued, and blah 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 blah. I'm not saying this is a direct thing from that, right? But you know, I'm always going to hear he's been stabbed to death. You know what amazes me? That he didn't. You know why? Because he's not too long. He's eligible for release soon. It's not the court's fault. They couldn't give him more than what they gave him because he never killed no one. And it's little babies, there's only so far they can go with the sentencing, and the sentence at that time would seem like a life sentence. But he was going to be able to come back out. And there's no way that you could ever tell me that anyone that commits such crimes, right, could be rehabilitated. I just don't believe in that. I believe in habitual thieves like me, and criminals, armed robbers, you know, like people that got sucked into a whale. When you commit a series of offences, I'm of the belief, and I'm going to do another video on men that have been charged with rape, and it was all lies. So we know, but when there's a series, it's a different thing. There's nothing to argue against. You got certain problems up here, and you got certain problems in there. That's the best way to describe it. And Ian Watkins, no matter what you say, there's no rest in peace from Yami BTV, mate. You got served up. What we do, well, we do it in the way that I do it. Basically, after all what happened last time, not good enough, was it? Let's look between the lines here. It wasn't good enough what they did to him last time. Otherwise, he still wouldn't be going up on any wing in Wakefield or any other prison. Just stay down the block. Your life is in trouble. It's as simple as that, mate. Yeah? And you've gone back up. You're thinking that your money's going to be enough, but it's not enough for all people, mate. It will never be enough for all people. And the same thing I maintain, the only reason the Southport killer hasn't been done yet is because he's under 21, and the way that they do the risk down there in the settings, they can't hold him like they do, say, with Charlie Bronson. He's in them conditions, but not as, it can't be because of his age. In the future, we suggested we gave it a year, but in reality, it's going to take a little bit longer. But prison justice does serve its purpose sometimes, right? So I won't be holding back on this one. Great, it's a great result for humanity. If you want the God's honest truth, mate. Either way, you could. They were forced. They would have to let him out. But in reality, before you could do anything again and come out, and you're living off your lost profits thing for all whatever it was worth. In reality, you was in a place that if it was back in the day, you wouldn't even have lived this long to see the end of your sentence, mate. It's as simple as that. You would have got hanged way back in the day for this kind of punishment, Yachty TV and the Southport. For all of them, we don't hold back on this. Good night, Vienna. Good night, Vienna, for you, and good riddance, man.